Coops, how you doing? Hello, Lewis. How are you, mate? I miss you both. It was great to see you in the car, and I hope you had great fun at the dumpling house with the Tanners. That's great news about them getting a new house, isn't it? Hopefully we'll get to see it soon, and hopefully I'll be home in time so that we can move them in like they moved us in. And then they'll be able to get their house organised and start a new life. I hope you're well, and I hope Mum's well, and that it's not too cold over there. I'm doing a different position today. I'm not lying in bed, which is nice. Moon Boy. Okay, so a bit better picture quality too, hopefully. Tonight, we are up to chapter 12, mate. I think we're nearly halfway through the book. I better hurry up then, hey? Alright, here we go. Chapter 12, A Man's World. By the time Martin got home that night, it was 9:27 p.m. and he was zonked. He had completed a grueling day in school, followed by 4 hours work in the factory. Then, excited by his new job as a fish gut sweeper, he skipped the whole way home. He really regretted skipping now. His little jelly legs were turning to slop. Well, at least you've earned your weariness tonight, buddy, I noted. What do you mean, Sean? You're proper man-tired, Martin. This isn't like the time your noggin got knackered by trying to think of words that rhyme with orange. It's not as if you're brain-tired like some swat. You're a body-tired, like an Olympian. Oh, cool. I'm like an Olympian, the boy queried. Martin, you're a schoolboy holding down 2 jobs during a recession. You're on course for a silver medal at life. You deserve a nice sit-down. Now go in there and bathe in the oozing respect of your family. You really think they'll ooze respect on me, Sean? Of course they will, buddy. You've been out there standing toe-to-toe with the real world, sizing up each other like a pair of insecure boxers. You're right, Sean. This is a new era. The era of employment Olympian. Me. Totally, I agreed. That couch is your podium, so go watch some telly like a champ. Martin nodded determinedly and strode into the sitting room to find his 3 lazy sisters sprawled out on the couch like beach seals. Have a look at them as beach seals. Where have you been, fish stink? Snorted Sinead, shattering our hopes. It's fish guts, Martin corrected her, and if you must know, I've been slaving away at the fish factory, like a proper workman, a man of work, not like you ladies of leisure. From an armchair Liam called, You got a job at the fish factory? I thought you were working at the butcher's. Oh, I still am, Dad. Liam looked confused as Martin perched on the arm of his comfy chair like a tipsy grandmother. Hey, I know you like having one job, Dad, but that's just not enough for me. This body lives to work, so now I've got 2 jobs. Oh, 2 jobs Moon, that's my boy, marvelled Deborah, stepping into the room with her hair held high in a towel. What do you need 2 jobs, you flute? Tricia snapped. Because I'm twice the man of any normal man. Now hold on a minute, Liam started before a little kick from his wife shushed him. As Liam turned to protest, Deborah leaned down and whispered, Don't discourage him, love. Remember, a few months ago, when he was digging up the garden like a demented mole and having arguments with an imaginary clown. 2 jobs Moon is a lot better than Mad Mole Boy Moon. It's a tongue twister, Coops. Liam nodded sadly, remembering that when it came to his only son, it was important to keep his expectations low. That's not nice. Martin stood up, his confidence growing. Ladies, you probably won't understand this, but I am body tired. I'm sure you've spent the day fussing over knitting or baby crosswords or whatever, and that's fine. But my man form is worn out from all my hard labour, and now I'd like to take my rightful place as king of the couch. The whole room stared back at him unmoved. So, if you wouldn't mind evacuating yourselves from my comfy throne, turning the telly over to MacGyver and allowing me some quiet time, I'd like to thank you kindly. As Martin waited for the girls to move, their facial expressions began to change from confusion to amusement. It seemed his demand wasn't being taken seriously enough to draw anger. Just as a collective giggle of rejection surfaced, Liam cleared his throat and muttered, Seems only fair. What? You're joking. Shut up, Dad. Just shut up now, the girls squealed in unison. A working man does need to relax, Deborah added, to their dismay. Are you mad, man? Fidelma yelped. Dynasty is about to start. Right, now, girls, you can watch Dynasty another time. Your brother is no longer digging up the garden and chasing down clowns, so he needs our respect before he goes mad again. The girls looked to their parents in turn, searching for some sense of reason on their tired old faces. But Liam and Deborah were fresh out of logic that evening and motioned for the TV remote to be handed over. "This is so unfair," yelled Fidelma, throwing the remote control at her brother. To his own surprise and a little fumble, Martin actually managed to catch it. "Sorry, lady, it's a man's world." "We'll see about that," Sinead snarled back. As the lady seals flopped off the couch to the floor, defeated, Martin sighed deeply and switched the channel in triumph. Seeing this, Liam and Deborah shared a look that suggested uncertainty about their new strategy. As Martin happily hummed along the MacGyver theme tune, his three sisters glared at him, clearly eager to take their baby brother down a peg or two. "Wow, you're working so hard," said Tricia sweetly. "Yes, Tricia, I sure am, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do." "Must really take up a lot of time, all this manliness," Sinead added. "My day is indeed stretched thin, Sinead, but where there's a Willie, there's a way," he giggled. The girls shook their heads at this. It was clear to me by this point that his sisters were up to something, but Martin was so engrossed in MacGyver's exploits he failed to spot it. Then Fidelma delivered the knockout punch to the dozy Olympian. "It's so amazing that you find time to do your homework too." Martin swallowed hard. Homework? The mood in the room shifted as smiles crept across the seal faces of his devious siblings. Martin felt his parents' eyes burrowing into him. "Up!" ordered Liam. "But, Dad, MacGyver's in danger." "Martin, homework now!" his mother clanged. Suddenly dethroned, Martin's shoulders sagged as he slopped off the couch and trudged off towards his room. "Don't worry, buddy," I said with a smile. "Every prince has to deal with the pesky peasants." Martin shrugged, resigned, but before he'd even reached the sitting-room door, Sinead had snatched the remote and turned it back to Dynasty. Sensing his moment had come, Liam proffed. "I don't suppose I could watch my watercolouring program now?" "No," barked the ladies. "Man's world, my flippin' foot," he grumbled to himself quietly and slunk off to eat some biscuits in his workshop. So, next chapter, mate, chapter 13, called Princess Martina. Martin was the Olympian, the man Olympian. Hey? He was doing his work, 2 jobs, but he forgot his homework. And we know you can't forget that, don't we? All right, buddy. Well, I hope you have a great night. And I'm going to read you a couple of chapters in a row. So I'll read you chapter 13 tomorrow night, okay? And you'd say hello to everybody and give everyone a big hug and a kiss. And it was really nice to see you in the car tonight. And I will speak to you tomorrow when I read you chapter 13. I love you, buddy. Love you, Lewis. Love you, Mum. Bye.